Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be reacting to the penultimate two episodes to the second season of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 series. Like I said, we are currently at episode 23, A Chinatown Ghost Story, and episode 24, Into Dimension X of the second season. And again, similarly to the last two episodes, I really don't know what to expect with these episodes, although the difference with these two is that I can actually kind of deduce what the episodes are going to be about. Based on the title, A Chinatown Ghost Story is probably going to be a filler episode, and episode 24, Into Dimension X, is probably going to be either of two things. One, a build-up for the finale, and kind of like the first part of a three-parter, or it's going to have something to do with the 80s Turtles. I doubt that one, but it's a possibility. But anyway, before we get into the reaction, as usual, I want to remind you that you can get the full-length reaction version of these reactions over on my Patreon or my Ko-fi account, both of which are linked down in the description below. So if you want to see the full experience of these episodes with me, you can do that only by supporting me with like $5 per month, so it's not too much, I would say. But yeah, it's ultimately really up to you whether you want to do that or not. Anyway, without further ado, let's continue with the reaction, starting off with episode 23 in 3, 2, 1.
That is not true. I've gone through years of
Oh, I
intense
guess
physical
she's not
training.
working alone.
Ninjas are some of the most skilled athletes on the planet.
Impressive, Donnie.
You're just like flipping around, dude. Now this is how Casey Jones crosses rooftops.
Oh, fuck off.
Lame.
Oh, will you two keep it down? We're supposed to be looking for karate.
Simps.
Sorry, April. I didn't mean to. My bad.
They never learn.
Casey Jones.
What the hell? I mean, the title of this episode does have to do something with ghosts.
You may now bow before your new master, Ho Chan. I said bow.
Okay, yeah, this one's definitely a filler.
As you wish.
What is he gonna do? Make them level 100 mafia bosses?
Grant you the power of lightning. Stupid idiot! You become thunder.
What the hell? Okay.
And Numbskull, you are wind.
I was gonna say so they became elemental benders, but not quite.
The world. Yes. No.
Man, this really makes me wish I haven't watched the Avatar series, because I would have loved to react to it. I will react to the TV Netflix adaptation when it releases, I can tell you that for sure.
Yes, I see a girl with red hair and a yellow jumpsuit. No, it's just a t-shirt. Her name is...
Oh, that was another reference to the 80s Turtles. Why are they doing so many references like that?
No, I'm not. Whoa. Oh. Nice landing, April.
Yeah, not everybody can be as cool on the ice as Casey Jones.
A power you have barely tapped. It would belong to Ho Chan.
Also, another villain conveniently looking for April.
You have power too. Power that I do not understand yet. You will explain this power or suffer my... What?
How does Irma have power? What the fuck are you talking about?
You're some kind of ghost?
Okay, I get what April's power is, but what is fucking Irma's? And also it's really interesting how she's been in so many of the recent episodes. Are they building her up to be something? What the hell is happening? I'm so confused. Are they not working for him?
Master, why?
Because you're losers.
How the fuck do you know what that means?
I sent you to the abyss of infinite crimes.
Whoa. That looks so cool. Can we have the turtles keep these powers? Oh, he has single power! And so many crossovers, this is like Power Rangers.
They do not respond. It's as if some power greater than my own holds them outside.
It's pizza time. Oh, that's cool. He's a ghost, you moron! I learned that lesson in the 2003 series. The way to defeat him is to let him touch you.
Okay. Getting kind of squashed here.
Why don't you tell her at this point?
Where'd the weirdo go?
You got a bad bump on your head, Irma. Whatever you saw was just a nightmare.
Why lie to her? Why? Man, some of the visuals in this show, especially right now, remind me of the 2007 movie. I fucking love that movie. And if you guys are just getting to into this channel with this video, I've reacted to that movie. You can check out the reaction. It was really fun. I really loved it. And it makes sense that there's gonna be some visual similarity because that movie, in a way, is a prequel? Could be? I don't know. It's a little confusing. But at least it's like a spiritual prequel to this because both are very are CGI, both are very beautiful, and I love them both. Although I have a more of a personal connection to the 2007 movie, so there's that. But yeah, this episode was definitely filler, which I'm definitely disappointed about, but honestly it was not too bad. I enjoyed it overall, mostly because I was interested about what the fuck is happening with Irma, because I never thought she was gonna be important character. I actually didn't even remember her from when I watched this show originally, but I also didn't really watch much of this show past like the first season, so there's that. But yeah, I'm intrigued a little bit. I hope that goes towards something, it gets us somewhere, and it's not just a random plot point. I mean, it's not even a plot point. Anyway, but I really hope it actually ends up amounting to something, because I want her to be more important to the plot. I want her to find out about the turtles, because there's no reason to hide it from her, considering she's friends with April and Casey. There's no reason to hide it. She's already also seen some weird shit, so that's even more of a reason to show her, to let her know that there's shit like this that she has to protect herself from, if she's gonna be friends with April and Casey, because frequently they get into trouble because they're friends with the turtles. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely a little bit of a silly episode, and I can definitely see how it could have easily annoyed me more than I enjoyed it, but I'm overall gonna let it go. It was fine, but definitely it was leaning towards annoying at times with the villain. I think he was too over the top and annoying, and I just don't really like this kind of villains. I prefer more actual scary villains rather than corny and over the top like this guy, but he was also pretty fine. Like, I'm mostly interested in whether there's gonna be anything developing with the Irma stuff, because I really would like for there to be, but probably there's not gonna be anything. Anyway, in terms of a rating for this episode, I know that I just said that I enjoyed it, and I truly enjoyed it, enjoyed this episode, but I am gonna give it a little bit of a low score because I feel like it's it was a filler and it's put in an annoying position, very close to the final few episodes, which are definitely going to be plot heavy. And it just comes off a little annoying to have it here, so because of that, I'm going to give this episode only a 7.3 out of 10, which is still a high score in the grand scale of things. Like, anything above a 6 is good, so it's still a good episode, but it was not a great one. It was a little annoying. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think about this episode, so comment down below. And yeah, we now have episode 24 into Dimension X, and I'm actually kind of excited about this episode because if we're going to Dimension X, there's a possibility we're going to go to other dimensions as well. Maybe we're going to get a crossover with the 80s Turtles, because I'm pretty sure there is a certain thing, such thing happening in this show. I just don't know when, but yeah, we'll see, I guess. So without further ado, let's get into episode 24 in 3, 2, 1.
All that which is referred to as intruder.
Fuck them up, Leatherhead. Ho ho! He straight up murdered that guy. Okay, that's gives a new meaning to stop, drop, and roll. Holy shit.
This is it. The final episode of Super Robo Mecha Force 5 Team 5. Ah! I love the show so much. I wish they were real and we were fake. Wait, what if we are?
What the hell?
What if someone somewhere is watching us on TV right now? They'd be watching us watch TV on TV, bro.
What?
Oh no.
What's with the phone break all of a sudden? Man, I love how they still incorporate this little thing that goes into their mouth that allows them to breathe in a different way from the 2003 series, because in that one it's for the Triceratons, while in this case it's for the Krang. It's pretty cool. I like it. Wait, is this episode gonna be the one that I think it is? I think it is!
Mikey! We gotta go after
I think it actually is!
The environment in there could be toxic. There's no time.
I thought it was gonna be in season 3! Oh, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. If it is truly that episode, I'm excited.
Guys, look.
You're not in Kansas anymore. Oh. Jesus Christ. Definitely not in Kansas anymore.
So, this is Dimension X.
What the fuck?
Freak show. There's no sun. There's no anything. How can it? Look out!
What?
Ridiculous.
What the heck were those things?
If Mikey were here, he'd come up with a name for him. He's probably Krang bait by now.
Guys, I think these are the same kind of crystal that was in the Krang power cell.
Donnie, I don't know if you should mess with that.
What is that? Something not good. Go, go, go!
Jesus Christ. Still, where's Mikey?
The one who is known as Leatherhead has sabotaged Krang's plans for the time which is known as the last. Krang believes it's sabotage, and no longer will he be an irritant to our dorsal regions.
I think the phrase you're looking for is pain in the ass.
Was he gonna say pain in the ass? Okay, this show is getting edgier. I like that.
Stay away from my brothers!
What? Oh man, I love this. This might be my favorite episode of this series.
You're okay.
We were worried about you. Well, what took you so long? I've been here for months.
Months?
Or maybe a few hours. I don't have a watch.
But we went through the portal like 15 seconds behind you. Obviously, time passes faster here than in our own dimension. There's a temporal differential.
I love tempura. Ah!
Funny.
How did you...
A show recently made the
Let's get
same
moving.
joke.
That thing's
Doctor
gonna
Who
keep
recently
coming
made
back.
the same
We
dumb
gotta
joke
rescue
about
Leatherhead.
tempura and I still don't get it.
Stock up on Bang Rock.
I love Mikey knowing everything and being a badass
How'd
like
you know how
this.
these bug things work?
Just seems sort of obvious.
Mikey, you're like a genius here.
Hey, in Crazy Backwards Land, Crazy Backwards Dude is king. They're tasty too. So let's go rescue Leatherhead. Put him down now. I told you, I've got this.
He's so un-Mikey-ish.
Exactly.
That's why it's so cool though. And you still keep underestimating him.
Let's move.
I say that.
Not anymore, Leo. Not anymore.
No! Leo and Raph block that tunnel. Donnie and I will sabotage the portal generator. Leatherhead!
Crush Krang.
A lot! Let's hit it!
Hell yes. Mikey's an awesome leader, dude. I love this fucking episode.
There's some kind of blast door. If we can get that close.
And I was right that this episode was gonna be building up for the finale because it's gonna end with them supposedly only temporarily limiting the invasion. Or maybe just delaying it a little bit.
No! No!
Go through without me. I'll keep them busy.
Not this time, buddy. Goodbye being smart.
You're still smart, Mikey.
Prepare for that which is called explosion.
Oh, he did it to destroy it as well. I thought he was just stealing that for Donnie.
Donnie, I got you a power source for your turtleneck.
Mikey, you are a genius.
Not anymore. Now I'm just back to being regular mess everything up, Mikey.
No way. Saving that power cell was brilliant. And you did that here.
Yeah, I did. Maybe I'm not such a screw up after all. Wow!
And here we go again.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm so hyped for the finale right now. Even then, I don't really think it's gonna really surpass this episode in how much I like it. It was just such a fun episode, and it was about my favorite character finally getting appreciated after being mistreated all this fucking time. I really enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say about it. I just really enjoy what this episode does for Mikey. The thing is, I don't think that's gonna stick, because the second we were done with proving that Mikey is not an idiot, the episode just returned back to typical stuff with making him look like an idiot. I don't understand why they can still have him be the dumb guy without making him be a moron. That's why I feel like the 2003 Mikey is better, because yes, he has just as many dumb moments as this Mikey, but he also has, how to say it, like, he's not as dumb as this Mikey. Like, he doesn't do as dumb shit. Like, when shit gets real, he gets serious and he stops being an idiot. Well, this Mikey doesn't really seem to do that. And again, I think it's mostly because his brothers keep mistreating him, because they do not appreciate him. So he kind of feels like a screw up. So he doesn't put any effort into anything and doesn't take shit seriously, because even if he does, his brothers don't really care about him and they don't appreciate him. But yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoy this episode, and it's just as good as I remember it when watching it. And I really like the foreboding nature of it, how we know that now know that there's an invasion coming, and they only managed to delay it a little bit. So yeah, that is really, really cool. And man, Dimension X was really fucking awesome. But again, I thought this episode was gonna be in season 3 for some reason. Again, I don't really know what each season of this show is about, so any season was as good of a guess as season 3, but I didn't realize. But now that I have seen this episode and I remember how I felt when watching this episode originally, it's very obvious that it's in season 2. But yeah, in terms of a rating, honestly, for this one, I'm gonna give it 9.5 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed this episode. This is straight up my favorite episode. It's entertaining, it has substance to it, and it's just so fun to watch, dude. I really, really like it. And the thing is, I like this episode in a way that I do not like any other episode in this show. In the sense that I like this one in the sense that I would even want to re-watch it at some point in the future, which is not something that I'm really getting with any other episodes in this show. Because it just doesn't really... They don't really impact me in that way. Which is a shame, because I don't want to hate this show, I want to like it, but I just don't really think I'm ever going to feel nostalgic about this show. For this episode, yes. For the characters, maybe. But the show as a whole, no. But yeah, what did you guys think about this episode? And the last one as well, but I'm more curious what do you guys think about this episode? Comment down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, as usual, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omari Bridgman, Deadpool, and Sarah. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, and I hope you continue to enjoy my content and support me for a long time. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link to the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!